So, welcome back to a little meme update video. Was a quite bloodbath this week. So, as always, I'm using this method. I made a standalone video to explain all this. I will link it at the end of the video because for whatever reason I can't do that at the beginning of the video. Or you just search on my YouTube channel for Fractal method. It has a separate playlist. Okay, well, then let's start with AMC. So for the complete chart, we have this. And without even using my method, we can just look at patterns. And that would mean AMC is in a megaform pattern. In 2020, we touched it once. Before the squeeze, we didn't come close to the trend line anymore. And after the squeeze at our all-time highs, we made the upper line for the megaphone. After that, we dropped till 2024, which was our first touch point. And now we fall under it again. Not quite the same like in 2020, but you could say in 2020 we made a new all-time low before we went. This time around, it's a little bit deeper, but the thing is, fractals, when they repeat, getting bigger and slower. So it makes sense that this time you see the difference between the first touch to the second more. But I still am the opinion we won't touch this trend line anymore. And just for price target, we should go up and hit the upper trend line. Maybe. I mean, that's crazy enough because this would be 800-ish. And to be fair, my price target for AMC would be way higher than AMC. So maybe this time the main play is AMC and not GME. Just for the overview for price targets, I am one of the guys who is not saying it will be 100% a one-part squeeze. I even more lean to a two-part squeeze. Just saying. We always repeat the fractal. And we didn't do a one-part squeeze in 2020. So in my opinion, we won't do a two-part squeeze now. But there's a chance. I mean, if we get a one-part squeeze to whatever number, fine. I'm not angry. I wouldn't be angry about this. The only thing is, my first price target for A is around 120 to, let's say, 43. If you see a slowdown here or even a pullback, no financial advice, but I will sell here in the uptrend. I leave some runners for a miracle, but if we do that, we will pull back. How would this pullback look? Well, the same like here. It will be a 0.5 pullback from the fib. So in that case, where are we? Here. So if we squeeze next week, for example, and let's say we go to 129, 21, that would be a pullback to $15 again. Just saying. And after that, you're just doing what we did the first time. And then the important thing is, we didn't saw a C really a B pullback. So in that case, because my B would be around 151, but I think we won't see a pullback here either again. So then we go to all-time highs. Yeah, which is crazy enough. The thing is, time-wise, I would say you have a chance for January, maybe. Let's say we do it in January, then we just repeat the whole thing. We get a peak for the first part squeeze in January, and then we're doing this bullshit here till May, June, maybe longer, because this is also taking longer. So let's see. So for the micro tracking, did we already found the bottom or not? Because that's important for January. So yeah, I give it a chance that we found it. For this, just for small tracking, we are only looking from April 2025 to here. There you have your V, your higher low, your A, B, C, your lower high, midpoint T, and after the T, you fall again to your V under A. So, is this now, because I'm always saying you never squeeze from the bottom. Never. Also not here. If you look, V, higher low, channel, squeeze. May 2024, V, higher low, channel, squeeze. Even in, do I get that here? Yeah. Even in 2020, V, higher low, channel or chain 15, however you want to call it, squeeze. You're not squeezing from a V. Never. So, the thing is, if this was our V, and there's a case for it, then this whole thing here is our higher low. Yet now. And in this case, because the higher low is always ending in a V under A. So yeah, we're clearly V under A. So in that case, yeah, you have a chance. The only thing you still have to do is a little higher low, maybe the channel, and then you can go. Perfect. So this, I mean, this is the 1 hour. You could do that in pre-market. I don't think we will, because what I'm showing on GME. But there's a chance for not next week, but the week after. I'm still looking for earliest January. But let's see. The only important part is, for this, you're not allowed to break under $2.05. Because if you break under this little higher low is wrong, and then you will make new lows. You will. There is no manipulation or any bullshit. You will make higher lows. I don't think we will go under $1, so my target for this would be something 190 to 160-ish, something in that range. The problem is the time, because then again, this is your V. You have to do a higher low, and then a little channel, and then you go. It would delay. If we're doing that, it's not December. Really. And January are already getting into danger. So another little theory, it's not proven yet, but how long does it take? So in 2020, from the V to the finish of higher low, it took you 9 days. In 2024, from the V to finish the higher low was 24 days. In 2025, from the V to ending the higher low was 26 days. And you got the channel. So in this case, let's look. We are not getting quicker. So I would say at least you need 28 days, trading days, because trading, we are only showing trading days. So if this was our V, 28 days, Friday, December 19th, that would be next week, Friday. So let's see. Yeah, that's, I think, for AMC. And again, one pass grid, perfect. in my opinion, it's a two-part. If you see a pullback here, no financial advice, do what you want, get out. Okay, jump into GME. So here is my GME on the weekly. The interesting part on GME is the absolutely big tracking would be that this whole thing since IPO, since till March 2020, was just your A. And from 2020 till today was just B. Because also from the bottom of A to the peak of B, the pullback is a 0.5. And we came pretty close to it. So in my opinion, this is B. Which makes sense. The next run is your C. I'm not saying it's 3000. For me, it's something over 120. You have to break the all-time highs. In my opinion, it will be something around here, 220. But I mean, there's so many predictors which have way better thinking of me. So if someone is telling you 3000, yeah, okay. So be it. So for GME, the only thing what is interesting for us is this section here. Because we're only waiting for ending of this section. And then we get, hopefully, our squeeze. So, for this section here, because very important thing, I don't think we will break this. If we break this level, I don't show this today, but then Jimmy is going to $1 and it will take at least 2 to 5 years. Just saying. So, but we are not there yet. For this version here, you have your V, this is your high low, A, B, C. And this is already your B line. And the thing is, this is your A. Let's see. You have here your lower high, your midpoint, and your strange T. Strange T, why? Because normally how this works, you have your lower high, then you make a lower low, then you start your M, then you make another lower low, and then you start your T, and then you drop. But GME has also in its small tracking sometimes that the T is starting at a higher low. I only saw that in GME, okay. And that's the only thing how you can be bullish right now. The only thing. Because then, this is your T. This would be already your bottom. And the only thing you're doing right now is higher low. And in that case, you have here your A, here your B, here your C. Somewhere in here is your lower high, that's your midpoint, and most likely this is your T. But even in that case, the higher low is always ending in a V&A. In that case, you have to drop under 21, 2098-ish, little higher low, and then you're ready to go. That was for my bullish people. For the bearish people, I really have to say, this is just wrong. Yeah. Because you also see it here. Lower high after the L, lower low after the L, M. Drop under it, making a lower low, then the T is starting. And then you fall to your V. So, if you do the same thing right now, like in every other stock we are doing, then this isn't your T. This is your T. And because of this is your T, you have absolutely no if this then that blah blah blah. You have to fall under 19. My price target is something between 19 and 17, and then you get your V. High or low, and then we go. So this drop could already happen next week, because I don't know, Michael Berry is talking bullshit and blah blah blah. How do I come to this 17 thing? Yeah, I want to fall under the Japanese knife candle. That's the only reason for it. So yeah, you can kill me, you can call me shill or whatever you want, but in my opinion, you will do this. High or low, and then you go. And to be fair, I mean, this wouldn't take long, just saying. And that's also why I don't think AMC has a chance to go next week. And that's also why I think that maybe even AMC could make a new low. But really, if this takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, can you imagine how fucking cheap the contracts would be? That would be the perfect buy. But next week or the next 2 weeks will prove me wrong. All right. Okay, next one. Beyond. Here's our Beyond chart. We are right now finishing higher low. Our next target would be something between 15 and 20 for our A and 43 for our B. And just saying, this pullback, this is just our higher low. The run to the peak of higher low was 2 days, I think. Fucking quick. The pullback of the higher low took already 51 days. So if we repeat that, in my opinion, you will have a very quick run to A, then a fucking slow pullback. Very quick run to B, and a fucking slow pullback. So let's see. So did we already finish higher low? There are two. I have two versions for this. The first version, the absolute bullish version, means, yeah, this higher low is finished. It ended in a V under A, perfect. And right now, we are doing the higher low of this whole thing. And after this higher low, we should see our massive run to A, so between 15 and 22. Is this higher low finished? No. With this move on Friday, I can now, because till Friday there was still a chance. With this move on Friday, you see we fall under it? No. With this move on Friday, this was your T. And because of that, you have to drop under here. 93 cents. You only have to go to 92 cents. Yeah. In my opinion, it will be, yeah, 92, something in this area here. You're not allowed to break this. So wait, let's do this. You're not allowed to break this. So somewhere in this range, 93 to 85. Should happen pretty quick. And there you get your V, a little higher low. And then you go. The only alternative I have right now is, and that would be bad, especially because it would take time. You still have a gap here. You see this? Here. Between 88 and 66 cents. So if you fall under 85 cents, then this wasn't your higher low, this wasn't your V, then this is becoming your T. Then you have to fill this gap. fill this gap, higher low, and this will take time. But we are not there yet. So right now, it's still looking bullish. We just need this drop here. I mean, this is what this is. Yeah, 18%. Doesn't matter. We have to do it. There's no way around it. Okay, next one. Bed Bath and Beyond. It's not really a change, but I'm still showing it. So for the bull version, we are also already finished with this whole thing. Also took 5 years. It ended in a V&A. Perfect. We already did higher low. And your next target for the bullish version would be for A15, for B36. And then the only question is, are you breaking all-time highs or not? The difference here is to to AMC. You see this here? You got a little pullback, but not a big one. And also for B, a little one, but it should still be a quite nice one. Did we already finished our higher low? Yeah. So here is your V, your higher low, your A, your B, your C, lower high, midpoint T, and if you look here, V and A. So this higher low is finished. What we are doing right now is just a small version of this higher low. So here would be your A, your B, your C, and for this we have even go lower in time frame to see anything, maybe even lower. Okay, and that's the funny part. You have here your C, here's your lower high, here is your endpoint. Here is your T. And for this little shitty thing, you did, let's zoom, zoom, how do you do this? Expand. This is a V&A. And we are over the trend line. So let's see what happens next week. But this thing looks incredible right now. The only alternative I have is, if you break for whatever reason suddenly under 513, yeah, okay, then it's fucked, because then this whole thing is T, and you still have to go under here, and this will take time still. Then higher low and then go. So let's see if this happens. Right now, it looks fantastic. Last one, DJT. Also a meme stock. So for DJT, I have two versions again. The problem with DJT is we can't really know where our A is. For the bullish version, that means that this is higher low, this little peak and this pullback here, and your A is somewhere here. In that case, you already did V under A. And in that case, your next target, let's go on the daily, your next target for A is 57, for B 93, and then all-time highs or not. And that would also mean if we're repeating the same like in 2021, you shouldn't really get pullbacks. For this, if we zoom in, we would do small higher low right now. And also in this case, you have here V, here your higher low. No, this is your higher low. This is your A, this is your B, this is your C. C, B, A. And also in this case, you're ready you already did your V&A. Working with the other things too. So C, lower high, midpoint. Yeah, perfect. T. So this would be your V. You still have, maybe this is your high low, but it's so tiny. Maybe you have to do so, but then you still go. So this is okay. Perfect. The alternative is still, if this is your A and we don't see the higher low because it happened before IPO, that would mean that you still have to drop under 990 for your V&A. And this is just a little bounce, and you still have to go down here. Yeah, that's the shitty part. The next shitty part is my bull line would be 1784. If you're doing the same shit like here, you just run through it. So I would say, to be safe, we put the pull line here at 1188, but it's just a meme, so it's a risky meme play. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So much for the meme update. All the other stocks I will put into the weekly recap video today. If you have questions, you feel free to write it in the comments. If you have fishes for other stocks, the same. And if you liked it, I showed both bullish and bearish version. Just remember that. But if you liked it, give me a like. Let's see what happens next week.